Hey everybody, I'm going to do this video that, coming from Capricorn. If you're a Capricorn, you're gonna know how much this is gonna be a little rough for me. I'll do it. But how to be vulnerable. I'm gonna talk about my vulnerability, right? Let me be vulnerable. I'm gonna be vulnerable for this video. Because I feel like sometimes when I do these videos, I feel like people are being talked at, and I really don't want to talk at people, even though I know it's kind of part of teaching or whatever, and I don't want to be a teacher. I just want to, help you out. Also helps me out when I listen to this stuff. It really does. That's why I do it. So, my vulnerability. I talk about a lot of these very positive things. I know a lot of information. I read a lot. I listen to a lot of things. I love education. I love learning, and I'm huge in law of attraction. Law of attraction got me over 6-year drug addiction, and has gotten me to where I am today. It's manifested me, being debt-free and being financially in a very good position right now. But I will say, getting on everybody else's level, don't ever think that I'm like up here because I'm on YouTube. I'm not. I am like everybody else, just trying to have fun, teach this, and hopefully make a living doing it at some point in time. If I do good enough, enough people listen to me and they like me enough. But yeah, we all go through shit. We all go through shit. And I know when I talk about the law of attraction and positivity and manifestation, a lot of people like that. And a lot of people like learning that. And what I've been starting to realize the past couple of weeks is, I have my struggles. We all have our struggles. But I want to talk about a little bit about my vulnerability. Like, I have my struggles. Part of the reason why I create these videos is because it helps me become a better me. And when I'm teaching it, I'm learning more than I learned before. And then if I'm going on YouTube and showing it to everybody, then that puts a little bit of pressure on me to live by it, not just talk about it. And I realized the past couple of weeks and recently, honestly, the past couple of years, I've not been living this. I can talk about it all day long. I can educate people on it. I can help people out. But I personally have not been living that. And that's because I've been going through my own stuff. And even though I do consider myself very happy, like where I'm at right now, not many people can be at, and I should be very, very, very ecstatic and very grateful for what I am, and I am, but we're humans. So when we go through these things, this manifestation, and we're learning new things about ourselves and how we create our own reality, and you get to a lot of toxic positivity in this space. But what people gotta realize at the end of the day, we're just humans. We're humans. We all struggle. Just because you see people on here that are very successful and they're famous and they got all this money, they all have issues. They all probably have therapists, they have issues. Everybody struggles. We're all human at the end of the day. And I've not been practicing my stuff. I've been calling out a couple of my friends, like, Jeremy, like, you talk about this, but like, what are you doing? Like, we see you're not, where you need to be right now, and they can tell when I'm stressed. They can tell, and sometimes I like my cannabis sometimes. So when I start, I can feel when I'm starting doing too much cannabis, that's when I know I'm like, okay, there's something wrong here, and I'm using this to escape. And what I realized when I start doing that, it's usually because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I want to go. I don't have certain goals. And that's what I realized. I had like a couple days last week where I was just losing it. I was like, I just don't know what I want to do with life. I enjoy doing this, but like, I had days where I just wasn't even doing it, and it made it worse. Like, one of the worst things to do is to have a goal and to not go towards your goal, or to keep yourself busy. You should always try to at least keep yourself busy, happy busy, right? So yeah, I just didn't know what I wanted. I didn't have any goals written down. And I was getting confused with this because I was like, there's so many different routes I can go with this. I was getting confused, and I just wasn't in the zone. You know what I mean? I wasn't applying the stuff I know I should be applying. I listen to stuff all the time, but sometimes it's hard to apply it. And I'm here to tell you guys that it's okay. It's hard to apply this shit sometimes, because your mind, your subconscious mind, has had a program since birth. And it doesn't want to get rid of those programs. So the second you find something new and you try to, do something different, it goes well, really nice. And you get so excited for the first couple of weeks, and then something bad happens. And then you go back into that subconscious. So, and that happens a lot with us, and it's going to happen to us. It happens all the time. It's part of creation, right? Like, also realized that the biggest time of change is when you go through the biggest amount of crap in your life. Like, when you hit your bottom, that is what's going to change you the most. And a lot of people won't really tell you that in, you know, The Secret and the Law of Attraction and stuff. They just say, think positive things, which, yes, you should think positive things, but you shouldn't like not focus on anything else, like suppress everything. You should never suppress anything. You should feel everything that's coming. You should feel it. If you want to cry, you need to cry. That's your body telling you, hey, listen, cry. I don't care if you're a guy. I don't care if you're a girl. Cry. If you need to cry, cry. It's your body telling you you need to release these emotions because these are not good for you. And if you're having a tough time, it's okay, because it's part of life, and that's part of where we go. And if you want to see a more positive view, it's like, when I hit my rock bottoms now, I'm excited. I'm depressed as fuck, but I'm also excited when it happens, because I'm like, when I hit my rock bottom, all I can do is go up from here. So that's why I kind of love hitting my rock bottoms, because I'm like, I can just go up from here. But again, like I said, I've been struggling the past couple weeks, and there's just, you know, I have my days where I just don't know what I want to do in life. And it's hard for me because I'm a Capricorn, and I want to control things, which that's probably the other problem is we try to control things, right? Like, I want to know what's going on with the money. I want to know what's going on with this. I want to know what's going on with that. And if I don't go accomplish the goals I want, then I get depressed. And, you know, if work's slow, I get depressed because, you know, if I'm not making the amount of money I want to be making, I get depressed. So, you know what I mean? It's like, but I started listening to Rhonda Byrne more. Sometimes you got to get back to the original stuff. So I do this all the time. I read stuff, I research all the time. I listen to stuff all the time. But here's the thing. It doesn't mean shit unless you apply it. And the other thing is, you should pick one thing that you absolutely enjoy that changes your life when you listen to it. And you should nonstop keep listening to that. When I'm feeling lost, like I was past couple weeks, I went and listened to The Secret again. I've listened to The Secret probably 100 times. And I listened to Rhonda Byrne a bunch of times. And I reread The Secret again, like 3 times I listened to The Secret. Then I listened to The Magic, you know, which is part of The Secret. And then I started listening to Rhonda Byrne and just started connecting, like, oh my God, this is awesome. And, you know, I've been hibernating in my house. I haven't gone out except for obviously the gym and stuff for 2 months, because I just been so used to being by myself, and that's how I am. I'm an introvert. I mean, I could change that. I'm just saying that, right? We tell our story, right? And it's about changing that story. So calling myself out mid sentence, like, that's your story. That's why you stay in the house. But anyways, we had an awesome weekend. I told myself, like, you know what? I'm going to go out. I'm going to go out this weekend. I'm going to have an awesome time. I'm going to meet up with all my friends that I've not seen in a long ass time. We're going to go party. We're going to have a good time. And I did that. And for 2 nights, we partied. And it was Tampa Pride, so everybody was there that I haven't seen in a long time, and new people, and it was just unbelievable. It was just so cool. I had such a good time. I literally just got home and I was just like ecstatic. I was like, this is awesome. I was like, you know what, Jeremy, like, this is shit you need to do. You need to go out and do stuff. Because sometimes I'm like, I just sit here and wait for things to happen. I sit here, I wait for things. I wait for, you know, work. I wait for, you know, YouTube, what's going on, editing, and sometimes I don't go out and live life. And it's like, well, what the hell's the point of life if you're not living it? So that's, you know, what's been happening with me past couple weeks. And, you know, again, with my cannabis, sometimes I like to do that, but sometimes I get stuck in that little hole where I do it too much and, you know, I'm not as productive as I should be. So I just want to do a little video on that, on, you know, me being, let me be vulnerable. Yeah, because not enough people talk about it. Mental health is a serious thing. I mean, I'm told I'm ADHD. My brother has Asperger's. I might be on the spectrum, which would not surprise me just because of the way my brain works. Like, it won't shut off ever. It just da-da-da-da-da all the time, which is probably why it's easy for me to make these videos. So like, yeah, so mental health is a serious problem. And The Secret and Law of Attraction can help you through these things. But you also got to realize that you don't have to think positive all the time, you know? There's so much more to life than just being on a positive wavelength. Sometimes you need to cry. Sometimes you need to have a bad day. You're gonna have a bad day sometimes, a bad week, a bad month. It's gonna happen. But, you know, using the law of attraction and getting on the frequencies of where you want to get to will help out tremendously. Because the other thing is with this and struggling and stuff is, how fast can you get out of it? So if you're having a bad day, don't make that bad day into a bad week or a bad month. So if you're having a bad day, be like, okay, I'm feeling this. I'm not happy right now. I'm depressed. Maybe I should talk to some of my friends. Maybe I should get a therapist, right? And then what you should do is, after that, it's like, and then after that, it's like, okay, now what do I want? What do I want out of life? You know, you always gotta ask yourself, why am I unhappy? Why am I unhappy? What do I want out of life? Because I feel when I'm unhappy, it's because I don't know what I want, and I don't know where I'm going. And I find that out for me personally is when that's the hardest for me. When I don't know what I want, when I'm not going where I need to go, and especially if I'm, you know, using my cannabis a little too much, then that's just another block. That's just another block for me. So, and it's okay, you know, we have these issues, but it's how fast we can bounce back, you know, and then how fast we can accomplish the things we want to accomplish. At the end of the day, it's like, we can accomplish everything we want. You can get that Lamborghini, you can get that Ferrari, you know, you can get that relationship you want, you get the house you want. But first, what you need to do too, is part of it is, why? Why do I want this? Do I want it because it'll make me feel happy? Or do I want it because I want it? Why not? I fucking want it. You know what I mean? I've been saying that lately. I'm like, I want a fucking Lamborghini. Why? Because I want it. I know how much money I'll have to have net worth wise. I'm not just gonna go buy, I would never go and get debt to get a car like that. But I'm like, I have to have the money enough to the point where it would just be a weekend car to drive. You know what I mean? So it's like, I know the number I need in my head to able to afford to buy a car like that. But it's like, I just want it because I want it. I don't care if it'll make me happy or not. I just want that car. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, you got to ask yourself, like, am I buying too much shit? Is it because I'm unhappy? Like, dig deep, because you attract who you are deep down inside. And we have so much tension down there. That's why they talk about, especially in law of attraction, in metaphysical spaces, we talk about releasing all the time. Because the second you can release all that burden, all that bullshit, that's when new things can come to you. Imagine you're asking for 10 things out here. You're asking God, you're asking the universe for 10 things out here. Meanwhile, you got 10 things in here that's holding you down. You got relationship problems, you got addiction problems, you got food problems, you know, you don't know where you're going in life. There's certain people that you absolutely hate and wish would not be alive. You just name it. Just think about all the things that go through your head every day that makes you angry, and you just put it in your body, and then just be like, no wonder the things I want to accomplish aren't coming. Because why would they? My body's filled with negativity. That's why you need to experience that negativity, fully experience it, but then learn to forgive it and to let it go. Forgiving is more for you than for anybody else. So you forgive that, and then you let it go out in the universe, and then you're on a different wavelength, you're on a different vibration. If you got rid of all that stuff, you'd be flying high like this. Your vibe would be like this. And then all the stuff that you want to do and accomplish in life will start coming to you in your mind, because you're a vessel, right? So if you don't have all the toxic shit in your vessel and you have all these positive things in your vessel, then ideas will start coming to you, and people, places, and events will start coming to you because you'll be more attractive. That's how you make yourself attractive to people. You don't become attractive by being like, oh, I'm hot, I'm gonna walk in the room and everyone's gonna love me. No, you gotta know it. You gotta know your true self deep down inside, that you are the man, you are the woman, you are awesome, everybody loves you, you are hot, you can attract anybody you want. You don't chase, you attract. That's how you get it done. And that's how you attract people like that. I appreciate you guys watching this video and letting me be a little vulnerable. I want you guys to comment below what you think. If you liked it, if you didn't like it, I appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one.